That is Chris Dyson, the driver himself. He's moved up into 8th spot here in that car.
I was born into it, really. I mean, you know, the earliest memories I have were of my dad working on his Datsun 510 in our garage in Pleasant Valley. You know, from there, I just spent a lot of my formative years going to the races with him, you know, it was one of those things where, you know, there was never any pressure, or to be honest, my parents, I think, would have been quite happy if I'd pursued baseball or golf or, you know, career in politics. But, you know, I think racing has a magnetic feel to it, and I think that's why you see a lot of second-generation drivers carrying on legacies in the sport.
Dyson, a big move.
Oh,
look at this.
huge move.
Bentley up to 5th. A great move by Chris Dyson.
I always wanted to do it. I wasn't sure at what level, so I started in karting when I was 15, which was kind of late, but I had a sports career I was kind of pursuing at the time, and it just went from there.
Look at the Bentley. He's got to the outside of DL. DL's going to get in there really deep on the brakes, but that's where the Bentley excels. Chris Dyson up to 2nd.
You know, I've driven a lot of cars in my career, and I've had a chance to run really competitive equipment kind of everywhere, thankfully. And you know, the Bentley is right up there.
Well, I've been very impressed with Chris's performances this year. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of GT experience, obviously, mainly in prototypes, and to make that transition is not an easy one, but I think with the amount of downforce that these GT3 cars have, it's been slightly easier than you would expect for him. But even so, to be up there, having a podium at Long Beach and running towards the front of the pack every week is a really, really strong performance by Chris.
Well, that was an amazing race he had at Long Beach, taking advantage of all those restarts and aggressive and everything. I mean, it was, and you could almost see the smile inside the helmet, enjoying it.
The racing here is so good. You know, it's so close, and the driving talent is as deep as any fields that I've run with. And, you know, professionals, I mean, you got some of the best guys in the world up here.
Yo, and look at Leitzinger. He gets to the inside of Estra, and Dyson tries to go with him.
Now Estra going to try and plan around the outside. He's done it before. He's forcing the issue.
Oh, he's in the dirt, and he touches Butch Leitzinger on the entry to turn 2.
And you know, to be representing Bentley is really cool too. You know, to be part of a great history and great heritage. You know, and they you know, it's been a great partnership. I enjoy the car. I enjoy getting in it. The head-to-head combat is awesome. And you know, to think that you're kind of linked with, you know, the Bentley boys from, you know, the 1920s. You know, you feel all that, and emotionally, it really comes to try to come through in my driving.
50 minutes of racing. Round 12 commences.
Pirelli World Challenge, it's fantastic. You know, we've got this wonderful double sprint format in a weekend, and you know, you've got the GT3 format is just fantastic. I mean, you know, it's theory that's put into practice every weekend here, which is that, you know, there's a lot of cars that anybody can be racing, but thanks to the balance of performance, you know, you've got 10 or 12 cars, all different, all looking different, sounding different, that are running hammers and tongs, and I don't think there's been a series, you know, certainly in my career, that's had this kind of depth of manufacturer variety at the sharp end.
Dyson, he's coming.
Yeah, that car is built for endurance in that Bentley, so the longer they can run, the more heat they build up in the tires, the better it gets.
Yeah, and I've watched Chris Dyson race for a lot of years, and he's one of these guys that, you know, he showed me a few things over the course of the years. This season in particular, I've seen an aggressive side of Chris Dyson that he's blended with the speed that he naturally has. He's really upped his game in racecraft. He is proven to be a superb pilot. Dyson got through the kink exceptionally well, Jeff. Dives down to the inside. We have a new leader, and that was just an amazing run through the kink.
Up there running up front every weekend, it's an honor, but it's you feel like, you know, if you finished on the podium here, you know, I mean, even if you get into the top 6 or 8, you know, you're having to work pretty hard for it, so it's pretty rewarding if you do well here.
Up the hill we go, looking for that checkered flag. It is in hand for our starter, Chris Dyson, and Bentley, the first win of the season. Absolutely stellar run.
Obviously, we want to try to get a few wins if we can for 2015, and we're really just thinking right now, you know, one race at a time, and you know, hopefully we can continue into next year and carry some momentum.
Chris Dyson, and let's hear from our winner.
Bentley was just in a class of its own today, and I got to thank everybody on the team. You know, Peter Weston and my engineer Tom Hodgson, obviously Scotty Halupke on the shocks. Everybody's done such a good job this year. I'm so happy for the support that Bentley has shown me and shown the team, and I'm thrilled to bring it back here a year later and get a win at probably one of my favorite tracks on the face of the earth.
What a win, what a drive by Chris Dyson, absolutely superb.
We're grateful to Bentley, obviously, and you know, Breitling and Mobile One for being on board with the program, and you know, we're looking forward to adding some new partners, and we've got that in the works right now for 2016.